ประวัติศาสตร์ชาติพันธุ์ภาษาวิถีชีวิตวัฒนธรรมเรื่องราวแห่งการก่อกำเนิดดำรงอยู่หรือปรับตัวท่ามกลางโลกที่กำลังเปลี่ยนแปลงพันแสงรุ้งนำเสนอเรื่องราวของผู้คนทั่วผืนแผ่นดินไทยด้วยข้อมูลที่มีพื้นฐานงานวิจัยวิชาการและการสำรวจข้อมูลแท้จริงจากชุมชนท่ามกลางความแตกต่างเราอยู่ร่วมกันได้อย่างสันติ
Hello and welcome to Pan Sang Rung. This is the last week we'll be looking at the Hmong ethnic group. This week's program is going to be about an effort to preserve the Hmong identity while helping to enhance the children's academic progress in school. It's about a mother tongue-based bilingual education program in Hmong schools under the Ministry of Education. It's a very fascinating story, which can also serve as an educational model for children from other ethnicities. You will meet some very lovely and happy kindergarten students in Chiang Rai in today's Pan Sang Rung.
Nó sẽ sắp lại đi mà, nó sẽ sắp lại đi mà nữa nè, hành ngư thứ mà, nó tên này, nè, nó sẽ tên nè, hành ngư.
Children begin absorbing the sounds they hear around them at a very early age. As we talk to them, we're nurturing their communication and pronunciation skills. Babies learn to listen and imitate the sounds made by their parents and the people around them. They learn to speak to communicate their feelings as their brain develops. Children in rural areas grow up surrounded by their mother tongue. For example, a Hmong mother speaks to her child in Hmong. Thailand has over 70 indigenous languages. Children who grow up happily using their mother tongue in their family and in their village will later have to leave the comforts of home for school, which is taught in a language they do not understand. What will happen?
When they come straight to a Thai teacher, they're scared to say or do anything. Some of them cry.
It takes a long time before they can understand us. They might be high in their learning, but they're not stupid. They just don't understand.
The Ministry of Education has found there are over 30 indigenous and ethnic languages spoken by children in many schools along the borders. The main languages spoken in these areas are Karen, Mon, Malay, Khmer, and Hmong, along with many others. Away from the borders, rural communities with their own ethnic languages are scattered throughout Thailand. In some schools, all students speak the same indigenous language. At others, the students speak a mix of many ethnic languages.
Adam ni, betul? Jaya. Dia masih ni pula. Dia masih ni. Dia duk molek lah. Dia nak pergi mana pula?
An important part of the heritage of any ethnicity is its language. Linguists see languages as a tool in communicating the spiritual values and wisdom of each ethnicity.
เรียดาบอ้อมหนอมดาบหนอมดาบหมายถึงว่าให้จุดไว้อันหนึ่งระดาบให้จุดไว้2 จุด
nak tahu kata hok tulis ni ada makna
สิ่งเหล่านี้นะครับเป็นเรื่องที่เราน่าจะให้ความสนใจวิถีชีวิตของเขาจึงเป็นเรื่องที่เขาสามารถสื่อสารได้อยู่แล้ว
How can we ensure a smooth transition into Thai from a different language, so that these young children will understand and enjoy their lessons?
Mama tua khó mua, mama tua khó mua. Thọ bé vừa cần đó bé hú răng gao chi thao ni. Lúa thì nó bé cởi ra chi.
A new method to educate tribal and ethnic children whose first language is not Thai has been implemented with good results in the pilot project schools. It's called bilingual or multilingual education.
Món gì thế nào? Hai đón đó là I O B.
These kindergarten students have just started school. They're studying with a teacher who speaks their own language. This gradual transition into school life allows them to feel at home, making them confident and happy children who are eager to learn. So the life of a Hmong child in the first semester at Pandin Thong School in Tap Tau in the district of Theng in Chiang Rai province begins with them happily adjusting to school, with the teacher gradually introducing new knowledge in Hmong. Their education begins just like that of any other child, but using the Hmong language. A Hmong teacher talks about daily life in the community and asks children to tell a story from these pictures.
có đèn tóc. Jessica. Nó đã tổ đèn tóc. Đã tổ đèn tóc. Bố cụ thiên bao hạt tiền. Nó sẽ chơi plá một dùng một đèn tóc tổ tên nó.
At first, do most of the children use only the Hmong language? Please go ahead. Do you use only Hmong in the first semester?
Yes, we only use Hmong in the first semester. There is no Thai at all. Because all of those children have just come to us straight from the learning center and are only starting kindergarten. They are still using their own local language, which they had been using at home with their parents. They are not used to Thai yet, so they can't really communicate with their teachers in that language.
So the first semester basically works like any other Thai kindergarten, except you talk and learn in Hmong.
They will begin by learning about their own body and how to behave in school in Hmong language. For example, Ta Hao, A Bon Jay, Kho Mua, Khon Ju, Khon Yao, Hlo, Pao Pria, Jada, that kind of thing.
And after that, in the second semester, they learn the names of these different body parts inside, right?
Yes. The children already know their eyes and ears are, so that when a Thai teacher come in, she will only have to teach them once and the children will remember. They will learn really fast like this.
เจอกันทำยังไงคะ1 2 3สวัสดีสวัสดีครับผู้หญิงสวัสดีค่ะ
After they've settled into school, listening and speaking will be introduced in Thai. A Hmong teacher and a Thai teacher take turns at teaching.
โต๊ะโต๊ะเก้าอี้เก้าอี้เก้าอี้
While studying Thai, the children learn to listen, watch, understand, and speak. The contents follow a set curriculum.
บนเก้าอี้นั่งบนโต๊ะอาสาสมัคร3 คน
This class of first-year kindergarten students are learning by playing while allowing the teacher to see how much they understand.
อาสาสมัครหันหน้าไปทางนู้นลูกนั่งบนพื้นนั่งบนเก้าอี้เก่งมากเลยลูกตบมือให้เพื่อนหน่อยค่ะใครจะออกมาอีกเนาะผู้ชายอาจีเน่งบ้างจีเน่งนั่งบนโต๊ะนั่งบนพื้นนั่งบนเก้าอี้
This is Miss Pim Jai. We have just seen Miss Pim Jai give a few simple instructions to the children in her class in order to test how much they have learned and understood.
We use a method called total physical response by introducing 3 new words in simple commands in Thai and act it out 3 times. Students volunteer to demonstrate to the class. Then the whole class of students do it together.
What is the aim of this learning practice?
We teach them Thai vocabulary in a way that they can respond to if they understand the command. Simple words like different body parts, eyes, ears, nose. We'll first say the command and demonstrate it to them, and then ask them for volunteers.
What happens after they finish their first year of kindergarten and go on to the second year?
I can see that they're much more confident and they are happy.
我知道不讨要估计上我们说八路命才都只么年波要在多也多么天同的钱嘛老路点到路么年么几条来
Are you concerned about preserving the Hmong identity in the younger generation?
Yes, I'm afraid that in the future, our children will no longer know the Hmong traditions and culture.
Education in the past did not see the importance of ethnicity. Now that there's a program like multilingual education, what do you think, Shang?
At first, the teachers and the principal and I were getting a lot of complaints from the parents. They asked us why we were teaching like this.
And what are the results like?
Well, in the past, the children couldn't read, or they could read but they didn't understand it. This program helped them understand things better.
Yes. And what would you like to see happen in the future with this program then?
I would like students from the 3rd and 4th grade onwards to learn more about the traditions of the Hmong people.
Before they could begin teaching, the teachers have to practice, plan, and prepare. They have developed some fascinating teaching materials.
This is a big cultural scene, which we've actually used in kindergarten ever since the beginning of the program. It actually shows the way of life, the same as the lifestyle of the Hmong people. We created a big cultural scene materials from everyday experiences so the children can learn about daily life in the community. This technique will help and encourage the children to form the basis of their knowledge about their tradition and ways of life in their community. This is a big book. We use these to teach and stimulate the children's imagination so that they will enjoy reading. Po mu lai ble. Po is going to harvest rice.
Ble?
Ble.
Is it pronounced as ble?
Ble.
Ble.
Ble. This is Po's picture, a picture of harvesting rice. Po tato laim ble. Po is harvesting rice.
แม่บอกให้หนูนิดแกงผัก หนูนิดก็ตั้งใจแกงผัก หนูนิดได้กินแกงผักที่อร่อย This is an example of a big book.
What skill does this teach?
We're building a bridge from Hmong to Thai language. The children are learning to read in Thai.
During my time, I couldn't read till grade 3. With multilingual education in grade 1, I think the children can already read.
In the old system, the children were very shy. Only very few of them could read. They didn't have as much imagination as today. Now they're more creative and confident. They're very eager to volunteer in activities. What's great is they love to read.
We teach them to spell in Hmong words first. And then when the child is going to move to grade 1, it will work as a bridge that will connect them in spelling Thai. The children will have, I think, knowledge to imagine that as they read, they will think, oh, this is just like what I learned in Hmong that the teacher taught. The children will do well.
We provide a bridge from the local language to Thai so that they will understand everything they learn in class. This will improve their learning achievement.
If the children do well in kindergarten 1 and 2, they'll have a very easy time in grade 1.
Nóอยู่ที่ไหนบนต้นไม้พร้อมกันแมวได้จับนกนกตัวหนึ่งบินเข้าไปในบ้านแมวเห็นนกกำ นกนกต่อไปหน้านี้มีใครอีกกอเรียจ่าอ่านว่าไงนะจ่าเพื่อนอ่านสิจ่าอ่านว่าจ่าเก่งมาก
When I was in school, I couldn't read at all in grade 1, but these days, my daughter can already read very well. When we go out, she can read all the signs along the road. I'm very happy that she can learn so fast, and her memory is so good.
When they first introduced this program, you said, "Oh no, I don't want my child to study like this."
Oh yeah, I even thought that if they continue this way, I'll move my daughter to a different school. I came and I saw it and I was very against it. I didn't like it at all. There was only Hmong. The worksheets of my daughter are full of Hmong words. I was really shocked that she has to study Hmong. In the house, we already learn Hmong. But in this school, my daughter has to actually learn the Hmong language again. So I think that this program is not really very good. But later, after 1 year, I feel that this program is really good. My daughter can read and write very well. My daughter, at the moment, can now sing along when we have the karaoke on. I feel the children have really changed a lot since then. Some of them doesn't want to go to school. But now that we are teaching Hmong language along with Thai, they seem to be a lot happier. I want every school for ethnic minority children to have this program.
Since the program was introduced, children can communicate better in Thai. They progress from what's easier to what's more difficult. They're more eager and confident. They learn from local, relevant materials while also meeting national standards. They draw on knowledge from their daily life to develop great listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills in Thai and their own language.
The educational method we have just seen is called Mother Tongue-based multilingual education. This has been implemented in Mon, Karen, Khmer, Malay, and Hmong communities, which we've just seen. We've seen a lot of good things about this program. If more minority children in different schools were to receive this opportunity, I'm certain they would make the most of it. Thank you for writing to us, especially about this Pansangrung series on the Hmong. We'd like to thank you with 20 sets of DVDs, which will be sent to you as soon as we've compiled our list of lucky viewers. Next week, we'll embark on a new journey about the Bizu. Who are they? Where are they from? Where do they live? We'll be back next week. Until then.